Yeah. All right. Hey guys, welcome back. It has been a long while with the COVID restrictions and just all sorts of stuff. So we are back though. We are now down to doing it once every 2 weeks, just still with COVID and other stuff going down. So, but welcome back guys to Rolls with Benefits. We missed you guys. Glad you guys are here watching again. We'll be hopping in. Do you want to change it off of Halloween session?
How many spells can I know, by the way? Because, like, prepared versus how many I know. Like, if we're level 7, how many would you say I know?
It should say in your level.
Well, that's how many I can prepare. But, like, would I have been able to learn any extra, like, written down over this time? Or should I just go by what's on the chart?
Yes. It should say in the wizard how many you can know for the level you're at.
Yeah,
well, you learn 2 spells every time you level up, so that's 14
at least.
Yeah, at least that'd be 12 more spells at level 7.
All right, let me look really quick.
Sorry, I got big spells, y'all. I just got thrown into new information.
Each time you gain a wizard level, you can add 2 wizard spells of your choice to your spellbook for free. Each of these spells must be of a level for which you have spell slots as shown on the wizard table.
Or I can learn them if I have the correct
And
paper.
if you find them, you can learn them. You have all the ink and everything. You can learn them. I'm going to say no right now. But you do have those other ones that you learn 2 each level. I'll give you those for free.
Okay.
Alright, so
6.
with that, what do you guys say we jump into another Rolls with Benefits session? It has been a hot minute.
Can't wait to edit this.
So guys, last time we left you guys off was a little bit different on the campaign. We're hopping into something a little bit different right now. So this world right here is, you are currently in the country of Uxenix. Here in Uxenix, the social atmosphere and the demographic here is more of a war-torn kingdom that now is ruled with an iron fist. In this kingdom here, a certain dynasty by the name of the Goda dynasty was overthrown by what is now known as the Onakage dynasty. It is during this time that the clan, the Azuma, which you are all a part of, was almost completely destroyed. This clan of clandestine individuals, very similar to shinobi or ninja. It is there that you guys first went to the Gyotowa Shrine. Was that the right one? Yeah. Gyotowa Shrine, where you guys kind of lived and hid away. Before the fall of the Goda dynasty, there was a very vast kingdom. It spread over all Xenix. It was free. It was very well maintained, very peaceful. But over time now, as it fell, people become restless. Many individuals of power have become very corrupt, and it seems to be money and trade has become very lucrative, and all of religions have been banned as of now. It is now that there is a certain cult that is on the rise by the name of, I think it was the cult of Onekage.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that has become more the basis religion more than anything. And compared to what you guys have all grown up with, it's very different. So with that, we find you guys in the township of Venix. And there's a cat there, by the way. You guys are in the alleyways, yep. So, you guys find yourself in the town of Venix, inside a little hidden away place where the past Azuma priests are taking shelter. It is there that you three find yourself, and about that time, a fourth person has arrived. As you guys step in, you see a familiar face. I would like you guys to go ahead and describe your characters. We'll start with Cole.
So my character's name is Chris Thorne, a half-elf monk druid. He's got kind of tanned skin, brown spiky hair, and he's wearing it kind of looks like robes underneath, but over it is kind of like more of a cloak almost, and it looks kind of like it's almost designed to be like leaves and of different greens and things like that, and on his back is a quarterstaff.
Alright. Go for it, Shayla.
Alright. And so, Aiden has deep...
How's this?
Oh yeah. Aiden has very deep red-brown skin. She's pretty short and petite. She's got wild black curly hair that's all over. She also has a scar that runs across her left eye, as well as a bite mark that looks like it's probably from a wolf or a similar animal on her neck right here, and deep slashes going down her arm. She wears very colorful skirts that are layered and like coin belts and very Romani-esque clothes that are very vibrant. She has a vibrant orange flying snake familiar with purple eyes. Let's see, she has very bright glowing amber eyes, almost like coals of a fire. That's about it.
Alright. And I am Captain Tiva Solano, a fairly tall Aarakocra, like cream-colored feathers with like bright green streaks, essentially, just random bright green feathers through his head and all on his arms and somewhat. Missing his left eye, has an eye patch. Wears like kind of a pirate outfit, just really gaudy though. It's got like gold chains and just brightly colored. What else? Oh, he obviously has the tricorn hat. Can't be a pirate without that. Missing his left leg, but it's like he has a prosthetic leg. It's, again, pretty gaudy. It's like an emerald claw, basically. And that's about it.
I'm Axel, a half tabaxi female, and got pink hair going halfway down the back.
Don't
yeah,
step on
a
here.
character that you'll probably often forget is female. Because I do too. But yeah, that is Axel.
You may forget.
I didn't say paladin. Is a paladin, heavy armor, all that fun stuff, hits things.
Yeah, we might forget your female. Caleb, we might forget your character's female because of your great voice acting work.
Oh yeah. I'm an aspiring professional.
So,
watch out, Matthew Mercer.
without further ado here, we're gonna leave it to you guys in this very dark shrine that is under the slums of Enix, with the goal of overthrowing a city.
He's chatty today.
He is, I know. And with that, the time is now yours.
How did we make it to an underground shrine that's dark?
Oh, it was the one where you went to first.
Okay. I didn't picture that as dark or anything. Okay.
So, it's an open air concept, they're just in the middle of town.
It's actually a dumpster. We're
I
all
went-
just jammed inside
I went to like
large dumpster.
Evil Shrine with Dark, but yeah. Anyway,
What were we discussing last? Like, our different plans of attack, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Other than burning the bridge, I don't remember what else.
Well, there was the white-robed figure that, kind of is a kill-on-sight target.
Okay. I don't remember that at all.
Oh, man.
Of course you
I
don't.
wasn't here
That
to
was
we're in trouble.
the as you learn, there was a leader by the name of Jürgen Broodfist, a dwarf who is over the entire city, who is the very, very corrupt political individual.
Like, is he the mayor?
More of an overseer
Okay.
than a mayor. He was sent here by the Onoikage dynasty to have control over the city. And you do know that he has been going through the slums recently, and around the city to those who can't afford his very, very high taxes, and shipping them off to slave labor camps for the dynasty. You do know you're trying to find a rebel leader by the name of Korra.
Yeah, for the Rising Suns.
Yes, from the Rising Suns. And you do know the Rising Suns is more of a syndicate than it is, and they're known as the Rising Sun Syndicate.
Do we have any idea where we're looking for her? Or do we just know we have to find her?
You do know you need to find her, and you do know there's some areas of the slums that are heavily controlled by the syndicate that would be a good place to start.
Do they have like a symbol that like might show that we're on the right track?
Yes, they do. From what you gathered so far in the city from the last session we played, that there was a sort of a orange amber sun that looks like it was a partial sun over waters.
That would make sense, given the name. Yeah. And is it like something that would be more out in the open, or is that like you got to be in the know to? I don't remember.
You're not for sure.
Okay.
Alright, so I suppose we should probably go start looking, see what we can find.
Don't remember. Did we need anything else?
I was not here, so
I know.
hope not.
That's the problem.
You don't have my notes, y'all.
we got the job from the city, from Jones Wigan Stoutbridge, to take
That's
out
correct.
the leader of the Cult of the Dragon. No.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, because they were attacking the supplies and stuff in town, and we were gonna go talk to them.
You do know the Cult of the Dragon is the rebel group name, though the Rising Sun Syndicate is very, I guess, a part of the Cult of the Dragon.
Is a part of.
To an extent, from what you gathered, that they are working hand in hand.
So is it sort of like an offshoot?
It's more of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Okay.
Okay.
Something's funny.
Apparently so.
So with that, you guys head up to street level, come out into the sun. It is, by this point, probably around 4 p.m., give or take. Very, at this time, spring is coming current, so it's still fairly light outside. Probably got another 2 hours, 2.5, 3 hours of good daylight left.
Well, if there's anyone that we should ask, it's probably beggars. I'm
How
sure.
do we choose which one, though?
What?
How do we choose which beggars?
Find someone begging and then be like,
But you can't choose beggars.
I was like, what are you talking
Beggars
about?
can't be
Yeah.
choosers.
That
Anyway.
was painful.
Yeah. So, are there any like people just either sitting like at the mouth of a alleyway or just currently begging on the street?
Not around currently, no. You do see some people kind of around doing their own thing, milling about.
Yeah.
Though, everyone in the slums looks to be kind of a beggar,
I mean, yeah.
more than anything.
I'm not expecting the flashy people in the slums. Alright, let's just find a random guy. And then I will meander off to just find a random slum
Yeah,
resident.
easy enough. You see this guy that looks to be, trying to fix his little hovel.
Okay.
Looks like it's been kind of run down. He's like taking pieces of different woods and other things, just trying to slap mud up over it to try to use clay to try to insulate it. And you kind of come up to him and he goes, "What do you want?"
I mean, other than assisting, because, you know, can't really get something without something in return, obviously.
Yes.
I need some information as I'm helping him, like, kind of lift up some stuff for his hovel and unfortunately getting my beautiful feathers dirty.
Yeah, he kind of looks down at you, sees you helping, goes, information's a little hard to come by. I can tell you what I know.
That's fine, as long as it's something to go off of. I need to find either the Cult of the Dragon or the Rising Suns.
Kind of looks at you, looks around, goes, first things first, Devrin. Kind of sticks out his hand to shake.
Okay. Ow. That one hurt.
Yeah, a little popped. Ouch.
That doesn't sound good at all.
Anyway, I just go out, go back to shake his hand.
Your name, please.
Tiba Solano.
Tiba. Very, very nice to meet you.
It's always nice to meet new people.
It is. So, what, business do you have with this sort of folk? Because I don't want any trouble.
Well, unfortunately, my job here is gonna cause some trouble. But my gripes are with the higher-ups. And
At this
I
point,
need
his
assistance.
eyes quickly dart around, kind of looks over his shoulder. Goes, why didn't you say so? Anyone's here to help you.
Alright. Well, that works.
Head on over to the west side of town.
Okay.
There's a part in the slums that you'll see some bruisers and other ones there that I think they'll be able to guide you in the right direction for the correct persuasion.
Alright. Sounds like a plan. Hopefully, when we're done, you can get something a little sturdier than this shack.
He kind of steps back at this point and kind of takes both of his hands. You see him reach in, pulls out a pipe, and just lights it, goes, very proud of it. Lived here my entire life. Couldn't imagine my life without this little hovel. Besides, if they come back, I I got a job at the church, if we can bring that back.
I hear it's a good place to work, the church.
Ah, it is. So, we'll see. If anything, the new cult moving in, I'll see if they have some work for me.
Well, I mean, you do you. Well, I think I got what I needed. Offered some help. It's been nice to see you. Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, Tiva. Don't get in too much trouble, and if you get in some trouble, don't bring it my way.
I can't promise either one, honestly.
Meredith, we might have some trouble. You see him walking around the corner.
Alright, and then I head back and tell him where we're going. Maybe we might need a fight. I don't know. You know, just flex those muscles. We got our bruiser right there.
No muscles. Nothing. Not even a little.
No,
just a stick. Not even pure, just stick.
I think I broke my arm.
Hits a wall. Oh, I broke it again.
So let's head to the west side. Find their story.
So yeah, you guys all head over to the west side of town. Kind of making your way through the slums. Occasionally you've only seen the entire time in the slums one guard patrol. And when you saw them, they looked to be grabbing a couple people and dragging them away. And go ahead and make perception checks as this is happening.
Like as the guard is dragging them away.
Not terrible.
Best roll yet. 13.
15.
15.
8.
Oh. So my two 15s, kind of hard to hear over the sound of the city, but you do hear these. It looks to be some younger boys, and you see a mother that is crying. She's like, "I'm sorry, we can't pay the taxes. We don't have any money." And these younger boys look to be getting dragged away. Very skinny, mangy guys.
How far are they from us?
They're probably like 45 feet away.
Is that the direction we're heading?
It is not. It's off to the side. A little deeper into the slums. It's a group of, looks to be 6 soldiers. And they have the brand of the Onikage, which is a very dark half circle with a light half circle underneath it, and then a red line that just shoots through. Looks to almost reminiscent of a cut of a blade through something.
Are our perceptive people planning on causing a ruckus?
I don't plan on doing anything. Now is not the best place to.
Yeah, I was saying
Cause a
how
scene.
many guards in this general area?
6.
He said,
Just those 6.
and that's 6 that we can see
Yeah.
in a city that is not kind to us.
This is you guys. I'm probably
Yeah.
looking at my
Yeah, we're
feathers,
just-
being like,
We're just walking along in front of the group. You know.
Sorry, I'm still
clean
carrying
off my
spells. I
hands.
suddenly had to have
You two do see it, but you don't hear anything.
Sorry, let me read.
I don't think I have anything to
I would just grit my teeth and just kind of keep walking.
So you guys, about 30 minutes of a walk to the other side of the city, just making your way crisscrossing through the slums, through these muddy back alleys, and eventually you find another main road, and you step out onto it, crossing over to this, what is considered to be the west side of the city. And almost immediately you do see that on the corners looks to be young boys that are look to be playing something on the ground, but you see that every alley that goes into the west city seems to have some form of sentry posted in a way.
A sentry as in guard, or?
So at a couple, you see a couple guys, arms crossed, just kind of standing there, kind of talking, eyes shifting around. In other ones, you see young boys or girls that are playing games, whether it's like jacks or something like that. Though they do seem, their eyes seem to always be darting around as well.
Let's find the biggest, meanest guy.
And beat him up.
Yeah, knock him out, assert our dominance.
That's the prison rules in here.
Regardless, I think...
That's-
Oh wait, that's us.
Yeah.
That's when
I
you
think
find
we
out
should
he's
find-
actually a big teddy bear.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Starts crying a little bit.
Hey, buddy. I'm going through anger management. Regardless, I
He
think
used to be a barbarian.
yeah, we should find one of the bigger guys.
Well, what's the one right in front of us?
The one right in front of you has a gaggle of kids.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start walking straight through it.
As you begin walking through it, one of the kids looks at you guys, pops and says, "Sir, do you have any money by chance?
Unfortunately,
Something so we can eat?" And at this point, you see this little girl, probably 5, dirty hair and clothes, kind of goes up and just gives you these big doe eyes.
Come on, cat girl. This is your encounter.
Hold on. Unfortunately, I have not money with me, but I bless you as a paladin.
I think I know how they feel about that. Listen.
Except now that I think about it, like, there's a band here. Whoops.
Okay, what's your passive perception?
Passive percent. That's 10 plus modifier or thingy thing.
I think
Yeah,
you
10 plus your perception.
Okay, 15.
Okay. Alright. About this point, they all just kind of get up and they kind of walk away, kind of looks to be very annoyed, and they're like, you're whispering, like, he definitely had money on him. He's not giving it to us at all.
She.
I slightly tried, like, hiddenly-ish, check my money.
It's gone.
That's a lot of money you just lost.
They
That's
rolled.
500 gold.
They just rolled a 19 on that.
He is defeated. Oh boy.
Would there be one that I think may have...
Go ahead and make an insight check.
You just start grabbing kids by the collar.
Where's the money?
Insight 21.
There's this, it looks to be this young girl, probably about 10, that is kind of, looks to have her hands, and she looks to be carrying something, almost very kind of like, she's kind of darting around looking, holding it.
Now, don't jump to conclusion. She could be practicing for like a football game or something.
Yeah.
And the paladin mugs a small
He was like, this is gonna go poorly.
Just the. And.
I'm gonna... I also have some food in my bag. I can... I can spare some of that, though.
At this point, you see 4 of them kind of turn around, look, and start coming back.
Okay. Not the girl, I presume.
Nope, she looks to be walking a little faster now. The moral dilemmas of D&D.
Like,
Nice.
there's that small, little tiny voice that's in the back of my mind that's like, it's D&D, you can do whatever you want. Just throw a knife at her.
How do I beat the shit out of this little girl without getting attacked?
Without losing my paladin powers.
I'm going to use my whistle and call my raven.
Yeah, your whistle calls, and within like 10 seconds, your raven comes on your outstretched arm and lands.
I'm gonna be like, follow the girl. Or do I know raven speech?
No, but go ahead and make an animal handling check. See if you can get it across.
Am I watching all of this happen?
You are.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sure we are.
You three go ahead and make a perception check.
That's not a great roll. 12.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not pursued.
Dirty 20.
Natural 20.
Natural
I'm not
20.
very perceptive.
So, with yours, sorry,
Not
something.
natural.
Something feels like it's up,
Okay.
just because the way the kids are acting. You, all of a sudden, it clicks in your brain that girl just you were just kind of sitting there cleaning, and you kind of watched it happen, and then all of a sudden finally just clicked as she was walking away that she just stole his money bag.
How far is she?
She's like 10 feet away at this point.
10 feet. Can I see the bag?
She kind of has it, looks to have it kind of. So she has like a long shawl-like thing on. She looks like she has it kind of under it.
I got a 10 on animal handling.
Yeah. He kind of looks at you, kind of knowingly, and then starts flying above and just kind of circling above her.
Do you bring this up to anyone, or?
I'm gonna go on the stealth.
I have a familiar that can actually communicate.
I'm gonna sneak up on the girl.
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
700?
Damn it.
Dang it.
16.
Yeah, you're sneaking up just fine.
Alright. How close would I be?
You are now right behind her.
Alright.
And this is how the party gets split.
I'm just
As a
gonna
child.
Yep.
like do slide
Grab
down,
the child.
try to grab the bag. Like,
Go ahead and make a dexterity check to see if you can grab it from her.
okay. 12.
12. As you go to grab, her eyes turn and she darts out of the way and begins running.
Well,
And it looks like she's running right to the next alleyway where there are 3 big, large guys just kind of standing there.
Well,
anything on at the moment.
I guess if once isn't enough in a day, I guess I can do twice. Hold person.
Alright, go ahead. What's the spell save DC on that?
15.
And what did you guys decide for this campaign? Does it go to the winner or the loser?
We haven't decided yet on this one.
On this one, no, we didn't.
It goes to me no matter what.
Alright, well, odd winner, even loser. Let's do that again. I said odd winner, right?
Yeah.
Yep, so it goes to you.
To the winner.
Whole
Yeah.
person works. And you just see her kind of freeze in place and stop.
I'm gonna walk up. Well, I'm gonna start walking towards her. I'm gonna presume would you continue walking towards her?
I mean, if I see her just freeze, yeah, I would probably grab it.
Okay. Yeah,
Come,
so
child.
you'd probably get there first.
At this point, 3 of the bruisers come walking out towards you. At this point, Kyle.
Mhm.
Oh, what just happened?
starting out on the right foot.
You've used hold person twice. Once on a guy, the other on a small child. We're going good, guys. Going good.
At this point, yeah, and you kind of, these three bruisers come out and look at you. They are very intimidating and quite big. And they go, they look at this little girl and they go, Nancy, what's the problem here? And she kind of goes, I can't move. I can't move. This guy's trying to grab me.
Do you already have the money?
Yeah.
I will
At
release.
this point, you grab the money.
Right, yeah.
Okay. After I see that he has the bag, I will release it
Okay, yeah.
and continue walking up next to him.
Excuse me, sir. I do believe it's not terribly polite to steal from the people who are trying to give you assistance, which is
They both
what
just,
we plan to do.
you see this very large one with this nasty scar down his lip.
And I'll just toss the bag back to him.
Kind of looks at you and goes, you can't give us any assistance here.
I figured since you're stuck pickpocketing my compatriot, or at least having your little minions do it, you probably aren't in the best situation. I mean, obviously you'd probably rather be up in the upper districts, but I know how that situation is playing out right now.
Make a persuasion check.
Come on. Persuasion. 8.
Kind of looks at you, kind of cracks both of his knuckles, and goes, you can't offer any assistance to us.
Oh,
You don't know about us.
I
And he
mean,
kind of looks over at the kids and he goes, kids, go get some help.
I might. Are you guys part of the Rising Sun or the Dragons?
At this point, he kind of eyes dart around really quickly and goes, just kind of looks at you and goes, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, if you were, then my group are part of another different group that aren't quite welcome here either, so if you aren't, then I apologize and I'll just head back.
Make another persuasion check.
God damn you. 11.
11.
Roll more than
He
10.
kind of gives you the up down. Goes, well, I'm just here to make sure that no one comes in and they know that somebody is coming in, they know. I've seen ya. You can make your way in. It's above my pay grade.
Okay. I have a quick question. Presumably you would want to see this overseer, kind of whatever he is, make his way out, right?
Yeah, we'd like to see his head on a stick.
That's...
And at this point, he just kind of spits into the ground and it lands on your foot.
Which one, the good or the bad one?
The jade one.
Okay. Well, we do have, let's say, a contract out on him. So that could be possible.
Kind of.
But I would have to be able to speak with someone who's within this pay grade.
Kind of gives you the up down one more time. Just make your way in.
Alright.
And he kind of stands aside.
I'll just motion you guys come along.
Okay. I will gladly kind of follow along, so that way we can see where we end up.
And as I pass him, I'll just give him that, like a pat on the shoulders.
He just kind of grunts at you. Just
Before I walk past, I'll take 15 gold out of my pouch and just give it to him, just like kind of quietly, kind of discreetly, just like kind of motioning, just like use it for something good at least.
At this point, he kind of looks at it, kind of looks at you and goes, look for the largest building you can find there. It's a warehouse. And he kind of looks at the kids and kind of motions to them. And you see as you're walking away, you guys don't, what was your character's name again?
Chris.
Chris.
Chris Angel.
Chris Pine.
Hey, what country? No, what country? Okay,
At this point, Chris, you kind of see him just kind of go up between them all. You see him kind of reach into a thing, and you see him handing out silver pieces to the kids. And you hear just under your breath says, "All right, go get some food. Make sure you're back here before nightfall. I don't want anything happening to you." And you kind of realize that the slums are a very, very tight-knit group. That's the only way that they're able to survive.
I figured.
Also, Cole, you're too kind. I was gonna use, like, if I got to the kids first, I probably would have done, like, minor illusion.
I considered giving the guard 1 gold.
Also, quick question. Do we have the Azuma symbol, like, on us?
You do, all of you do.
Okay.
And the Azuma symbol, Shayla, it's a, I gotta pull it up, is a crow that looks to be flying, or that's not flying, sitting on a stand, and it looks to have a Reaper symbol over it.
Well, I suppose we should probably, maybe, not pick fight with children from this point on.
I never fought with children.
If I did fight, it wouldn't be a fight.
Because they're children.
Yeah, that's 500 gold though.
Alright, well, maybe if you'd given them 1, they would have left you be.
Until the next time they come around and ask me for another one.
I feel like 1 isn't gonna kill you.
After 500 times it will. I also need to remember that I'm a paladin and not a rogue. That's the other thing I have to do. Yeah.
So how did they get the drop on you?
There was like 12 of them.
12 of them? I don't know. I would like try and pick his pocket, or like take his gold bag. Zach, I want to try to take his gold
While
bag.
you're doing this, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check. I'll have you just make a perception check. 'Cause you are a bit more,
Wary now.
This is my gold. It's my money and I want it now. 17.
Oh, 17.
Ooh.
Twice in a row.
Hey,
So,
didn't you say
as...
it goes to the victor?
Oh, we said to the victor. Wait.
So that means to the person doing the roll.
Okay. Okay.
Instead of the
I guess.
defender.
I guess victor doesn't make sense.
Or
It
no,
does not.
It goes to the initiator.
The initiate.
Initiator. Okay.
Yeah, so you lose.
But he's like standing in front of, or I guess.
I mean, that's how most sleight of hand works.
Yeah. It's about distractions, so I'm talking to you.
The hand is quicker than the eye.
It is.
So then, as you're talking about how like there are 12 of them, I'm just gonna like hold the bag up over your other shoulder and just jingle it. I don't think they needed 12.
Like where over my
Just like here, basically.
Oh,
It's
like
kind of in
that.
your peripheral vision.
Okay. Then I will grab it. And I will hold it like this.
Oh. My money.
So yeah, you guys be making your way in. It's getting a little bit later now. It's probably around 5:15 as you made your way to this with that little excursion that happened. You guys make your way downtown, walking fast. And Cole, you kind of know what you're looking for, but no one else does. As they're just kind of walking forward, you're kind of at the back of the group.
No, I'll kind of keep a lookout for the largest building.
I'd probably be just looking for more big guys.
Yeah, you see through the alleys. There are big guys at different corners. Just kind of watching, and as you go by, they all just kind of watch you walk by.
some great security they got here.
Yeah. I feel like these guys probably shouldn't be working the corner, you know. It doesn't seem like their line of work.
I'm not paying for that.
Jesus Christ. Sweet blood.
So, go ahead and make a perception check, Cole.
I was gonna say, do you want me to make a perception check at all? Okay. Ooh, that's not good. That is 9.
All these buildings look to be run down. Some look decently big, but then again, big is very a relative term.
I mean, in some circumstances, 7 inches is
Can we say that on Twitch?
What are you
I don't
talking
know.
about? I only implied dirty things. I never said anything explicitly dirty.
Oh goodness. Oh no.
Besides, but
My character is a rogue and a pirate. Like, of course they're gonna talk like that.
but
Being dirty is
So,
a 7-inch turd.
Yeah.
the next group of kind of like, I guess, guards, or I guess, I don't want to say thugs because that's not
They
what
are more thugs. They're bruisers. Like you can tell
bruisers.
they're
That's the word.
like hired muscle.
Yeah. The next group of those guys that we see, I kind of want to walk up to them and kind of just simply say, one of your friends asked me to keep an eye out for the largest building. Could you tell me where exactly that is?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Ooh, okay, this is gonna suck then. And this is persuasion.
To use what I'm good at.
Okay. That's a natural 1.
At this point, they go, "But bugger off," and you get just shoved back.
Okay, no, keep on walking. Just say, okay, I'll try and find it myself.
You guys just keep walking.
I don't.
I used
I
to say,
doubt
have you told us about
Yeah.
what we're looking for?
Well, you guys were kind of walking ahead and didn't really do anything, so I was keeping it to myself for a good moment.
You also have a voice.
Yeah.
So I guess, yeah, now I probably would have told you guys.
Alright.
So yeah, you tell them. I need you guys to go ahead and all make perception checks, except for you, Cole.
Yeah, alright, go.
There's nothing going wrong. I'm studying my books. I got a 5.
21.
16.
I'm being real perceptive now.
You're an
So, Axel, you're just kind of walking along, and he tells you that, and almost immediately your head goes, whew. You go, that's a big building. It looks to be a pretty large building, and it looks to be an old warehouse of sorts, kind of a street or two over.
16.
And you do see there looks to be some large double doors there with a red sun painted on it, with just a red dot.
That looks like a big building right there.
At this point, Chris, you look over and you go, oh, how'd I miss that?
I want to know, so if it's like pretty close like that, the guards he talked to, were they like standing in front of it? 'Cause
No.
that'd be awesome.
They were not.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna start heading that way.
So you guys all begin heading that way, and as you kind of come out onto this street that's on the very, very edge of town, looks like it's a larger road that kind of maybe runs around the outside, the outskirts of the city here. You all of a sudden step out of the alleyway, and you find yourselves flanked on both sides by really big bruisers, and you kind of look behind you, and there's more behind, probably around 15 of them,
Following us?
surrounding you now.
Do any of you have an idea?
This could be a little bit problematic.
And with that, let's take a quick break. Hey guys, we will be right back.
And Audio.
Alright guys, welcome back. Sorry for that short 8-minute break.
Hey, that's easier on me.
Hey, that was good. It was only 8 minutes. That was good. Alright guys, so welcome back. So last week left you guys off just now. You were all surrounded by a bunch of bruisers.
Oh boy, can I?
There's none in front of us, correct? Or is it completely surrounded?
It's a full circle.
Make a mad dash for the door.
No, I figure if they're not in front of us yet, that means they're okay with us to keep walking. They just want to know who we are. But if they're in front of us, we shouldn't keep walking.
I mean, clearly.
So what are you guys doing?
Are they all the way around us?
They are, except at the front, the doorway.
Except in front. Okay. I'll continue walking.
So you guys continue walking forward.
As we're walking, I'll just like look at one of them, just kind of tip the hat, be like, "Sir."
So you guys begin walking. At this point, you see the 2 large doors open. And stepping out, you see, looks to be a half-elven woman. Tattoos scrawled all the way up both arms, very in traditional Japanese sense styling. Very Yakuza sense. She kind of stands there, has this hair at a very short bob, triangular haircut going up with it that kind of hugs her face. She kind of looks at you, goes, "I hear you're trying to find me."
So that means you're Cora, I presume?
And she kind of makes this very exquisite flourish and bow. "At your service."
Well,
"Which one of you are we killing first?"
That guy. I just point at some random bruiser.
At this point, he kind of stops and looks at himself and goes,
Oh, God.
"Hey!"
No.
Oh, you're not with us?
No.
Oh.
What do you want?"
I'd imagine we want something similar to what you want.
I imagine something similar to what everyone here wants. We wish to join your efforts to change the way things are here.
"What efforts do you think we have?"
I guess the best term to use right now would be a changing of parties.
And in more colloquial terms, killing this white-robed bastard.
Believe me, we've tried a couple of times. What makes you think you can do any different?
Well, that's what we've been trained to do.
She kind of looks at all of you. And you see her eyes dart to all of your different areas where you're lovely insignias are. And goes, Azuma, I believe we might have some talk to be had now. Follow me in. Rest of you, go get a drink on me. And you see all the bruisers are like, yeah!
I'm gonna, like, the guy I pointed at, be like, sorry, man.
He kind of looks at you and he goes, I thought I was in trouble for a second.
You're good. But now you get a drink. You're welcome.
I know, right? My name is James.
Good to meet you, James.
It's nice to meet you, too.
I'm Axel. And I'll walk in.
And at this point he goes, you hear him kind of talk to another guy. I think I made a friend. And you hear the guy go, James, what do I keep telling you? Not everyone you meet is a friend.
Okay, I feel like this is directed at me. I feel like you're taking a pop shot at Warren first.
I actually am not.
I was like, I'm not catching a reference, but it could be, may as well.
Yeah.
It's like someone taking a shot at my dopey elf child.
I wasn't thinking it was a shot at Warren, but I was thinking Warren could be friends with this guy.
Warren can be friends with anyone, just watch.
Hey, James is a good guy.
I'm sure he is.
So, you guys, you follow, who you believe is Cora in. And it looks to be a bathhouse of sorts, an old bathhouse. You see a bunch of bruisers, a bunch of shady-looking people in the baths here, all of them very, very heavily tattooed. Just all kind of watch you as you go, Cora leading the way. And as you guys kind of make your way up in, you see this very, very, very large guy stand up. Full frontal on you. But you see rippling muscles, and you see she kind of nods to him and he kind of sits back down into the bath. And goes, follow me into the steam room. It is my office of sorts.
Interesting choice for an office.
At this point, she kind of steps into this another room, and you can see there looks to be a large chair where she takes a sit. Nothing else in the room, really. And you see there's just some slight steam coming up all around her. She kind of looks at you. It's good for the skin.
I was just about to say.
The only thing in my head was like, it keeps the pores clear.
So, what do I owe the privilege of the Azuma? Coming into my humble town.
I don't remember. Were we usurped or just kind of driven out or like anything? I'm dumb. I forget.
If you remember correctly, 90%, if not more, of the Azuma clan have been slaughtered and killed by the cult of the dragon.
Alright.
Sorry, no, the cult of Onekage. Cult of the dragon is a different one.
Well,
We used to have a lot more power, but I figured the Onekage can spare some if they were so generous.
Oh, they can definitely spare it. I mean, we've been taking their supplies.
Oh.
And they aren't wanting. We are, very much trying to keep the slums alive, my people alive.
Fuck. He keeps hitting my pencil while I'm writing, you little turd.
Watch out, he will bite at pencils, and I have my colored pencils, my nice ones.
you chewed him up.
He was trying to chew off the tips.
That can't be good for you. No eating erasers.
How about you go over here, buddy? Let's go that way.
Hey, boyo.
So,
Oh, he's not faced by bird noises anymore.
and, you haven't told me, what are you here for?
Like I said outside, we're one of our main goals is to kill the overseer.
And to cause chaos in places where we can.
That's the bonus.
I think we're gonna get along very well. So, what can I do for you? Or better yet, what can you do for me?
Well, we're still fairly new to this city. We only know some of the basics, like the high taxes and people being shipped off to slave labor, so
The separation of the districts.
that too.
That's new here.
So I'd imagine, at the very least, one thing we can do is maybe find our way into one of these forced labor camps and just let everyone go. They've probably served their sentence.
If you even call it a sentence.
And if that happens, then hey, there's a decent amount of new people who are going to be fairly upset at the way things are.
There definitely will be.
If we can spread them thin enough, then I don't see them causing too much problems in any one area.
That's very true. So, how do you think you want to go about this? I will give you any information that I have. That's relevant, that is.
Well, I personally have a few ideas. One, destroy the bridge. I'm sure that will only go over well for them.
He just kind of nods a little bit.
And
That would definitely cause chaos.
maybe some riots in the street. Kind of thin out some of the guards. And once they're not terribly focused on the upper districts, we can sneak in.
Ooh.
If not, immediately get the, I don't remember his name, the overseer. We can just send him a message by taking out some people who are fairly close to him.
His inner circle. He's very much he's a puppet.
Let's cut his strings.
The cult of Anoikage has
I think we can do some cutting while just getting laid.
has the inner circle. They are the puppet masters.
Really?
I just. You make it very hard to take
Hey,
notes, my
buddy,
friend.
how about you go right there?
Ah. Probably I jumped right back up, but still.
It may be an easier road for us rather than causing chaos, but to gain trust. As new adventurers in the city, they don't know who we are quite yet.
Well, why not both?
Well, as long as we aren't directly the ones causing chaos.
Just kind of grimace and be like, taking away my fun.
Well, it would be easier to get things done if we had a way of moving around a lot easier, like through the sewers, without them noticing anything that's going on.
That is where most of our trade comes in and out.
But isn't there also patrols of guards down there as well?
No, my sewer rats make sure.
Ah. So you have a very good connective circle of the tunnels that lead throughout the city.
Oh, I definitely have a wonderful map we've used to get product in and out of the city. And now, very much get people in and out.
So, it sounds like we don't really need to worry about exposure. I mean, besides, we're going to be working under cover of darkness anyway, so... Oh, rub the face.
I mean, it might be easier to just do everything unknown. ourselves known, even if it's under false pretenses, would be smart. Puts us possibly within sight and knowledge of the person we're trying to get to.
So the question is, which path do you go down first?
I think that all depends. Like, all of them have their individual causes and effects. But some, such as the bridge, might be a little bit too inconvenient. So, like, if we take out the slave camp, can you get them back in without the bridge?
I can get anyone in and out.
So, bridge distraction. Then, letting everyone out for a nice new
Nice little
breath of air.
stroll.
That should be distraction enough to maybe get our way into the inner circle, or at least to the overseer.
Not too much, because we don't want to push ourselves too far and try and get in too much at once. If we can get the people out of their fun little cages, then we'll have a lot more people on our side.
So maybe.
Here's a question. In the prison, is there anyone specific that you think that freeing and making sure that they don't have anything terrible happen to them, get out?
Yes, we have a, the last, I guess what you would call mayor, or who was over this fiefdom, by the name of Taklin Deep Delver. I believe he is still incarcerated.
So, if we could somehow free him, we could easily have someone as a face for our fun little uprising.
He was very tolerable of the past city and brought a lot of prosperity, and he tended to look the other way. We liked him a lot. He would be a very good face to have.
Well, should we maybe just start with that and then go from there?
Oh, man, one quick thing. Do you have any explosives?
You see a little grin pass. Oh, I can have some in by the end of tomorrow.
Because those always make one hell of a distraction.
Oh, I know that for a fact. What you need to know, though, first, the three hands that pull the strings. The first is a male gnome by the name of Glim Ubodabin. The next is a human by the name of Gunther Tattersall. Hey, demon.
What was the name?
Gunther Tattersall. Human.
I missed the first one. He was a gnome, right?
Glim Ubodobin.
And today?
And the third one is Jeva Lester. That's Geva. Female human. These three were all sent in, you might say, to make sure that the town and kingdom here would not rise up. You do know that in these towns, there tends to be a big town that is over a swath of area. And this one, Venix, was the southernmost part of Xenix that was very predominant in trades among other things. And they were the very last area to fall to the dynasty.
Okay. Really?
Goodness.
I know.
You're real active today, sir.
He's like, well, you're the only one who doesn't just throw me down.
Because I'm trying to ride.
And I could throw him back down.
You just be soft with them.
So, explosives tomorrow. Where's the camp? Like, about how far away is it?
From what I've understood, it's about a 5-hour ride. 5-hour round trip. About 2.5-hour ride out. You could actually walk there in about 2.5 hours.
Okay. So I think when we head out, we blow the bridge, and then we're already on our way out, so we can just head that way. Then while they're scrambling to deal with that, I'm sure word may have spread that something's going on.
What you should know, there is a small sewer line that is on the west side here of the city that goes out down the mountain. That is a wonderful way in. Smelly, but wonderful.
Okay. Anything
Just
else?
remember that the three that are pulling the strings, that just killing our lovely, lovely overseer Jurgen won't do anything without those three dead.
And of course, a puppet can be replaced. Strings, on the other hand, are something that takes time to fix.
Or do they tend to all gather at the center of the city, or is there like one over the
They all
labor camp and one?
They all have their own little things. I do know that we have that Glim is over the labor camp. He rules it with an iron fist. While we have Gunther, he tends to stick more to his workshop. While we have Jeva, seems to be the more political type.
So maybe part of our goal when we go to this camp should be to get eyes on Glenn. See what we can do about him.
When we do that, I have two ideas of what we could do. One is obviously just lock him up in his own camp. That'd be pretty funny.
Man, but they could let him go.
I doubt he's gonna get out when we have a whole slew of slaves who probably don't like him. Or we could bring him back and let you guys maybe decide, string them up in the middle of the street.
However you think is best.
I don't see why we couldn't do both. Keep them locked up for a little while. Make it seem like everything's still as fine as they ever could be.
Are you suggesting a kidnapping?
More of putting him in his own cage and leaving him there until he's useful again. That's where we can easily give him to your lovely group of people, and at that point, maybe we'll have something better for him. Someone that you trust to make it seem like everything that goes on in there is still going exactly as they plan.
Let's cut up his face. And then if any of the normal guards see him, they'll probably be like, he's just crazy trying to get out.
How are we gonna overthrow the whole thing, but make it still look like everything's proceeding as normal?
Oh, it depends.
Mixed with ruining the leader guy's face, who's probably in constant communication with the others.
You could always, make one disappear. One disappears, the others might be on guard. Though, I doubt that they will publicly broadcast that one is gone.
I think it would be easier to just get rid of him if we can. Free the laborers. The other guards. Whatever happens to them, it happens to them, but that's not really our main goal.
Well, regardless of what we decide, we still need to wait
A day.
on explosives.
I mean, I can create a lot of firepower, but not so much explosions.
But again, this is just for getting the people free, and considering that our time here has no time limit, we can take as much time as we need to set up anything that we need, as long as no one finds out about it.
Might as well go take a look at the bridge tonight. See what we have. Weak spots,
Yes.
guards.
I can at least help anyone who's injured around here.
I think someone's injured.
So,
It's a vaccine court.
It's too wet in here.
well, looks like we have a plan of action. We do have some rooms here upstairs, if you need a place to stay for the event.
That would be nice.
Well, once the explosives go off, we will be vacating. We will be going underground, per se.
Is there a way to find you that's better than others?
She kind of reaches under her desk, and she pulls out this blue melted coin of sorts that looks to have a red stamp onto it, and she like flicks it into the air, catches it, and then flicks it up into the air over towards you. You kind of catch it out of the air. Just show this to one of the bruisers, and they'll know.
Alright. Thank you.
If you need a guide through the sewers, I have somebody for you. It's one who runs product for me often and tends to spend more time in the sewers than he does anywhere else.
That'll be useful.
Yeah.
But
Sewers are new to us. It might be good for at least the first time we go in.
well, we won't need it for a few days, probably.
Probably won't use them to go take a look at the bridge tonight. But how much can you?
You know?
That is gross. monster. That can't taste good.
Oh, yeah, there's attention again.
Don't wipe your spit off my eraser.
So with that, I will bid you adieu.
If there's still any people that need some healing, I can at least offer some help.
We have a few already on that. Though, the coming absorption of sorts may require more of it.
Well, I will stand up, do a light bow, and go to leave.
She kind of slight bow towards you as well.
Jeez, mother. Heart attack. Rude.
Yep. Get up, head out. Let's go to a bridge. And make it a bridge to nowhere eventually.
Yeah, what time of day is it?
At this point, after this discussion you've had, it's probably around 7 o'clock. Sun is starting to go down. The 3 moons are rising.
3 moons. It's gotta be hell on their tides.
Gnarly brown.
Alright. Anything else? Or just head to the bridge?
Yeah, I'd say maybe let it get a little bit darker and we'll head to bridge, see what kind of weak spots, guard shifts, that sort of thing.
Imagine.
Well, maybe we should ask Torin, what's the nightlife like around here?
Oh, like any other city.
Well, I'm more talking about the nightlife around here and or around the bridge.
What you want?
The bridge tends to be lifted up at night, while the nightlife around here, we always have people up and about. We get a lot of our inventory in and out at night.
Are the local guard too much of a problem, or?
They steer clear of here. They don't see a point in dealing with us at all when there isn't much they can do.
Okay. Good to know.
Where one head is strike down, 2 more will rise.
Okay. Alright. Oh, hold on. Not all the way done.
The angry water is coming back.
Alright.
Though we may want to... Wait, so did we go back to being inside with Cora? Or did you guys just not leave?
We are in the steam room.
They just asked for a few more questions as you were walking out.
Is that what?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll wait in the hall.
Then I'll just bow my head and make my way through the door.
I already said I left, so.
She kind of looks at you. Between you and me, keep those 3 in line.
Yeah, it's much easier said than done sometimes. Said we had some rooms we could use, right?
You do, yes. Just present the coin.
Thank you.
We'll have things set up.
Alright,
They aren't the most lavish, but they get things done.
thank you. And I'll bow a little bit and leave. Alright, well,
Off to the bridge.
yeah, let's maybe start making our way.
So yeah,
It's like a recon mission, not too worried.
you guys begin making your way
Stealth mode.
out, and you kind of follow your way through there. The sun is starting to go quite a bit down. It's hitting twilight. And you guys kind of see the bridge. It is still open currently. Looks to be 2 guards on each side, and guards milling all about this main thoroughfare.
What does the bridge look like?
It's a drawbridge. It does lift up. It's quite a bit larger, though. And it has guardhouses on both sides, and it looks like each guardhouse has to have somebody in it to be able to lift the bridge up, like 2 separate pulley systems. Very, very, very large chains. As well as on the inner part of the bridge, there looks to be a metal wrought gate that can be slid down as well.
How long-ish is the bridge?
It's about 25 feet long. Definitely tell there were very large pines that were used that were then melded together, and they took a lot of work to get that bridge up and going.
All it's going to take is about a few people and some explosives to bring it all down.
So, oh my goodness.
Magic favorite. Alright, well.
So I think a few things to go about breaking would be the guard towers, as best we can, the bridge itself, and probably the mechanism holding up the gate.
Yeah.
How are we, I guess, surveying the bridge? Are we actually leaving the city, so we'd have to talk to the guards to get back in? Or are we just kind of like walking through the gate?
Imagine there's like a plaza next to it, so...
It kind of is, yes.
And it's a wooden bridge?
Yes.
Okay.
With like tar over the top of it. Try to harden it and sap and other things.
Okay.
Hmm. About how late is it? You said it's like 7, right?
It's about around 7 or so.
So does it look like the patrols are thinning out, or?
It looks like they're
starting
actually,
to-
they're starting to get a bit heavier.
Okay. What do the guards actually look like? What is their attire?
So the guards here, very interestingly enough, there's not a lot of metal armor at all.
Okay.
Looks to be some chainmail with more wooden armor, like thick pieces of hardened wood that are kind of strapped all about, that are then painted different colors to signify where they're from and what garrison. Think traditional, similar to samurai armor in a way, but not as near as extravagant or well put together.
Okay. Are there like higher places? Like it's the outer wall? Is it like an actual?
It is an actual wall. It has a walkway across the top.
Bat hotel.
It's about 20 feet tall, though on the outside, because it has a cliff underneath it, it on the outside is probably 45, 50 feet tall.
Okay.
You said that you had, like, communicate with familiar or something like that. Could you send, well, I guess I should ask, well, is it a bird?
Well, I can, if I take an hour, I can change what Nethair looks like. But right now, he is a bright orange winged snake, which I doubt is very common here, I'm guessing.
Yeah, exactly. They'll probably just be like, what? Oh, God. What was
It's one of those things where they are drinking, they see it, and they go,
Okay.
I mean, he might cause a little bit of shock factor, but he also might get noticed much easier.
I was just curious as to the underside of the bridge. how well fortified.
I mean, I can always try to have him go a little bit more.
I can try and figure that out.
I can send
What do
him.
you do?
I'm a monk and a druid.
I'm a bird.
Oh yeah, you can like walk on walls.
I can also turn into small things.
Oh, I totally forgot druids do that. Yeah. You want to go look at that?
Yeah, so I'll find a nice place that's kind of out of the eye of the
Main Street and stuff.
yeah, so that way no one
That's easy enough to do.
And I shall. Let me see. I'm trying to think what would be a good option to choose from right now because we're in the city. I'm looking at a bridge. So I'd probably turn into just a normal spider, and just because I can stay like this for about 2 hours, so I can make my way over there and I can survey anything.
It's a long walk even for a spider.
Yeah.
2 hours is.
It might take you that long to get there.
Yeah.
I will tell you, because if you're doing that spider, you would know it would take you the better part of an hour and a half just to get to the bridge because of how small you are.
But what about a rat?
A rat could get there pretty fairly quickly.
Why not like a dragonfly?
I can't. Druids can't turn into have any flying forms
Until
level 8.
Level up already.
Level up.
Oh
Just take
yeah,
some
you guys
more
make it sound like it's so easy.
No, DM just said you leveled up.
Exactly. See? just butter him up, you know.
I mean,
I can't believe
look,
it's
I
not
mean,
butter.
he might be a little interesting looking, but I can also have him try to be a little more sneaky. He's not a big snake. He's like,
Can you like make him appear somewhere, or is he like always visible? I don't know how familiars work.
I mean, I can poof him in and out nearby me, to me.
Yeah, maybe if we were to be like at kind of the doorway to the gate, and you poofed him out kind of like down the cliff a little bit off to the side.
It's within like what, like there's a certain range I think I can make him appear from.
Is the door currently, or the drawbridge up or down right now?
It is currently down, though you do know in the next probably like 30 minutes it's going to be lifted back up.
Would unseen servant, assuming I gave him like tools or something, be able to like drill holes in some
Has to
of
be
the
within 30 feet.
what?
It has to be within 30 feet.
Yeah, assuming I'm next to it. Oh, but anyway, be able to drill holes in some of the sections of wood.
Yes,
Okay.
but you do need to also take into account that it would make a lot of noise.
I'm thinking. So I have two sort of thoughts, kind of separate, possibly related. When the drawbridge is up, we can always just blow up the guard stations. It drops if it's weak enough, which most bridges wouldn't be able to withstand that.
No.
Falling, it would snap in
I
half.
was gonna say, if there's like a chain pulley system, if you damage the chains, they probably snap under that kind of pressure.
Yeah, and as the bridge falls, it'll snap the bridge.
If not, we could just set the bridge on fire.
Is it stone or wood?
Wood covered in tar.
Tar.
Is it the flammable
I was
tar?
gonna say tar is pretty
I
flammable.
didn't even think about that.
It could be.
I mean,
It looks to be tar, though you aren't entirely for sure. When you did walk across, it didn't seem to like squish or move like tar.
Okay.
It might be blackened tar, maybe, or you're not for sure.
What were the towers made of?
The towers are made of stone.
Okay.
Same with the walls.
I mean, I've got a spell where I can be invisible for a minute and I can still cast spells and do things and it won't drop. So I could go test its vulnerability to fire, maybe.
And actually,
Just take
I
a
can
match,
become invisible too because
stick
of the
it.
rings that gave me.
You have hand.
Hand.
I actually don't have
magic
I
hand.
don't have mage
Mage
hand.
hand.
Mage hand.
I do in fact have hands.
Mage hand. And because you're a rogue, it is invisible.
I don't have mage hand.
Wait, you're a rogue,
That
aren't
would
you?
be arcane trickster.
Oh.
Specifically.
I'm a swashbuckler.
I need to broaden my horizons.
It's not. We are not all you.
I don't even have mage hand. Most of I have message. Prestidigitation.
Wait, how do you have unseen
I
symbol?
rolled.
Because I'm a warlock part.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought I switched for frostbite up or something else, maybe I didn't.
What did I have?
Where exactly on the bridge are the chains? Like, are they at the very end, so it's like a drawbridge, so it just pulls them right up?
Yes.
Okay.
How close to the walls are the rest of the buildings, or any of the buildings? Is there like a decent gap between?
There's a road that runs along the outside that looks to be at least 2.5 carts wide. It looks like it's for if the city was under siege to be able to
Yep.
run equipment around.
I was hoping this was just going to be like a normal wooden bridge spanning the gap. And plant a bomb at each support on there.
Sorry, they've watched too much Lord of the Rings to do that.
Damn medieval Hulu or Netflix or whatever.
Pretty sure it's just drawings.
Those stupid bards.
You know, like when you've got a sticky notepad and you're flipping through, they've just got like huge sheets. They're just like,
It's shadow puppets, guys.
Harry Potter puppet pals.
Oh, goodness. That's been a long time.
First, I need to look at that because I'm going to forget. Mind shielding.
I mean, I don't know how. I mean, one of my spells I can do is Acid Splash. I might be able to use that to weaken chains that hold the bridge.
Zach, are you sure you didn't make a mistake giving me this item? The Ring of Mind Shielding? Because I can turn invisible until I die or use my action to become visible.
Oh, man.
Oh, gosh.
What does mind shielding do?
Mind shielding makes it harder to...
Yeah, they can't read my thoughts.
So you can use it to become invisible, but if you use any action, it will make you visible
Okay.
again.
Yeah, it's just like
I'm
invisibility.
I'm fine with that. And then, yeah, whatever. I don't care about the soul part of it.
I mean, I've got the cube of
So,
force that can be done.
it is pretty dark. I would like to either climb or fly up to one of the sort of like guard posts along the wall and just kind of see what it's like up there.
You sure you want to do that?
I hate you. No, then.
It's up to you.
I mean,
I'm just saying, if you fly up to the top of a wall with guards on the walls,
Were you gonna be invisible?
is flying in action?
it is.
Okay.
Yeah, for you, it's going to be an action.
Okay.
I'm not, yeah, because invisibility and flying, not until you're higher level, but
You also have a climbing.
I know.
If they're going to be talking about this for a while, I'm going to just sit, like, find a wall or something to lean up against and send Nathair just to start sneaking towards the bridge to maybe get a look at the other side because they're just going to be debating for a while.
yeah, so where the bridge archway is,
Mhm.
kind of goes up to it. It's not an archway, it's more squared.
Mhm.
The bridge that comes up kind of places in place, so there's not an edge that goes into it really.
Mhm.
On both entrance on both sides, there are 2 guards posted there. It looks like, and then at the other end of the bridge, there are 2 guards also posted there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna lean up against the wall, kind of with my notebook to make it look like I'm reading, and then I'm just gonna go into Nethair's vision and just kind of have him do like an overpass.
Remind me what that does.
So I just go into his vision.
Blinded, deafened.
Okay, wait. That's your name. Your familiar.
Oh,
Never mind.
Nethair is his name. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. I thought that was a spell. I'm like,
It is
I've
her
heard of that.
No, Nethair is my frumpkin.
Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, you
So
go
I'm just
into his
gonna go
vision.
to Nethair's like consciousness and have him do a little flyover.
Okay, yeah. Is he doing it stealthy?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and make a stealth check for him.
I'm gonna pull up a stats real quick. Flying speed. Oh, he's got 60-foot flying speed.
Man, he makes you look slow.
Shut up. I'm built for comfort, not
Oh,
speed.
I forget that he has blind sight. Okay. 10 feet of it, so nothing crazy. But since there's not like an actual stealth thing, I just do dex, right?
Yes.
19.
Okay, yeah. So where's he flying?
So I just want him to kind of fly above and over like the center of the bridge. And if there's not a lot of guards, I want him to kind of just go down and get a close
Yeah,
look.
I'll give that to him. So you kind of go under the bridge,
Mhm.
and you kind of are looking up through his eyes. You do see underneath the bridge the backside of it has metal strips all up through it to reinforce it from anything that could try breaking it open.
Alright. So this is reinforced. Is there any sort of, like, almost like a platform or anything that it lowers onto for added support as well that we would need to worry about?
It looks like, so the bridge at the very end probably has like a 5-foot gap that sits on the terrain on the other side of the rocks. So that's what braces it more than anything.
Alright. So the end 5 feet of each are on land, and then the rest of it is mostly just
Yeah, and then that
supported by
20
those-
foot is just free hanging.
Okay. Supported by chains that go to the guard towers and
Mhm.
metal underneath.
Yes.
It is your familiar.
The chains, the chains aren't taut, as you do see that it's not the chains holding it up, but the actual land on the other side that holds it up. And the only reason the chains are there is to crank it up.
Okay. So so it's about 5 feet on each side, and you said there's like 20 feet in the middle,
Yes,
so about 30 feet in total. Okay.
25 feet.
Yes, that's what it would be. 25 feet in the middle, but the bridge is about 30 feet long in technicality, even though it overhangs.
So it's like a 20 foot to where it is into the city where it's free hanging, and then it's got the 5 foot that's holding it up, so only like
Okay.
25 feet.
So
So
it's not a huge gap.
No,
but
it's
it would
not
be
a
little
huge
bit
gap.
of an inconvenience for them.
yes.
But if they have any like magic people, I don't know if we're gonna be creating that much of an inconvenience. All right. I would, after getting a look at the underneath and kind of that workings, because I don't think he'll really be able to get inside and get a look at any of that. I'll have him just fly back to me.
Okay.
I don't dare send him inside with his whole 5 hit points.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's almost as many as you have.
I have 60. I want to say 61. 61 hit
That's a
points.
that's a lot for your level.
I rolled really
I
good.
can tell. So, what are you guys doing?
Reading things. Hold on.
I will have Nethair come back to me, and when he's back, I will just kind of come out of it. And are there any guards near us where we are? In the
Not
city?
really, no.
All right, I'll go up to my friends. I don't know if we can just drop the bridge and have it collapse. It looks like it is pretty heavily reinforced underneath. It's got metal, most likely steel of some sort, bars, strips that go along the bottom to reinforce it. So I don't think we'll be able to snap it that way. How far down is the drop? that it crosses?
So the wall's like 20 feet. The drop is another 50, or the total drop is 30 feet.
Okay, like into is it a river that it crosses? Or just like a chasm?
It's just more of a chasm more than anything. You do kind of see it's got a little river of muck from the city. It's excrement, among other things.
Gross.
I mean, if we can
Set the poop on fire.
disconnect the bridge from its chains, we could maybe drop it into the chasm. I don't know. Because did it have, so it connects from like the ends chains that go up to the building, and then is there like a bar or something that connects the back half that would be at the base?
Yes.
So the pivot point, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Yeah, so if we can break that bar and the chains, we can, I have no idea how big that thing would be, but we can maybe try to just dump it, get rid of it. Just have it down, push it about 5 feet. I don't think only one of us is strength-based. I don't know if that'll work.
Well, and pushing, I do have decent strength, I think.
You could sure try.
Yeah,
You
but
and I could sure try.
a metal reinforced 25-foot bridge isn't gonna get pushed.
Yeah. It's more likely gonna just
Is there a big hill coming from the inside of the town to the front gate?
kind of free to ask why I want to know that.
Yeah, there's a hill that leads up. Not too steep.
Oh, dang it.
Probably like a 15-degree angle.
If we got a cart full of rocks and ran it down the thing,
So
and while the bridge was up, if we had already damaged or removed that pin hinge thingy and ram a cart full of rocks into it. But I don't think it's quite steep enough. I don't know.
All I'm thinking is like a doggy door that hops. It hits and just...
Yeah, we'd have to damage ruin the chains too.
Don't we just make a giant dog door?
Yeah, you guys thought the bridge was down here? Well, now the bridge is up here. You just flip it up. Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, I have, like I said, one of my spells is acid, and I can do it repeatedly. It's not anything super strong. It'd take me a long time to wear it down, but I could start wearing down the joints probably and the chains.
I think like the biggest, at least in my thinking, the biggest like drawback is the strength of the explosives, because we don't currently know that.
Yeah. In this time world
Is
frame,
that tasty?
would they have shape charges? I doubt it. Okay.
Do they have C4?
C4 in this situation actually probably wouldn't do too much.
It wouldn't.
Because like where it's a flat bridge, most explosives are just kind of gonna like bounce off it.
You're
It must
typing
be-
stuff.
Drilled a hole right into something and
I
then
think
Put
you
it
just
inside them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you deleted one of my names.
I know. Child Binks. Why are you
It
in
was
trouble?
Fred. I'm sure of it.
It was Gunter.
Oh, an important name.
It was Goons.
Yeah, it'd be better to formulate a plan if we understood how powerful the explosives are.
I mean, I've got a variety of things I can.
Fill a cart with explosives and
prepare-
run the explosive cart down it.
Out of the stuff
This
I
Kung
can
Fu Panda, just
prepare.
fireworks cart.
Yes. I mean,
That we show we love Kung Fu.
Being... I almost said being a panda. Being a pirate and or privateer, would I have a vague idea as to like the general strength of how strong explosives can be?
You do know the more black powder, the stronger the punch.
Okay, so I really only understand black powder.
That's all you really understand because black powder is what's used on
Yeah.
the ships.
About what time is it now that we've been here a while?
It's sort of like a depth charge. Just he just knocked it.
The camera. He just hit the camera.
You got it? Okay.
Thanks. Anyway, what time-ish did you say?
At this point, it's probably hitting 8 p.m. and you do see the bridge is
So you're gonna need to turn a call.
bit.
Which way?
Towards Kyle. A bit more.
I'm short.
A bit more, twice again. This other camera's right in the way.
Thanks, leave it alone.
Anyway, it's probably good enough for now.
There we go.
Needs to turn towards Kyle. Like a bit of that. Okay, now it really needs to turn towards Kyle. That's good.
And now, it's in the way in this camera.
Yeah, it's just we had him set up so well. Up.
The focus is way too zoomed in.
Yeah, it's like
Oh goodness.
that's not the focus.
Rather than bringing them in closer, we need to take them both out further.
Thanks, stop that.
Thanks, don't eat that, please.
Thanks.
And now I have no idea.
Turn it a bit
Because
back.
they're both under there.
Yeah. And that way. Okay, that. Yeah.
Quit attacking that, Binks.
He's actively attacking it.
Oh goodness. Okay, sorry about that, guys.
Bridge is currently coming up. We're about to be.
We should probably find an inn or something.
We have
The
rooms at.
Do
The
we
backpacks.
want to become known as the adventurers who stay with the enemy of the town?
Do we want to become
They don't
known
know
at
that.
all?
No one knows that.
Do we want to be known at all? Do we want people to know we're here? Would it be easier to just secretly stay with them?
We've already talked to the guard, the head job dude, and I imagine people are gonna find. Right? Yeah, I guess we can just go straight. No one knows we're here.
Again, it's not like we gave him all our names or what exactly we planned on doing and when we planned on getting it done.
Mm. Okay, I'm down for that. We
I
can stay
mean,
with
it's
it.
a free place to stay,
It's a free country, man.
and it makes it easier to
Yeah.
reach her when we want to finish our plans and get the explosives.
Being like super late, I imagine there's not any like street stall vendor food people open.
Not really, no.
Okay.
Most people have gone home more than anything.
We, I guess, need to figure out what kind of explosives we're getting
Yeah.
to better formulate a plan.
Feel like
Are there any magic shops here?
There probably is. It's a good sized town.
And it's not too late, so I, on the way back, would probably keep an eye out for one.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys are kind of looking, you do see one by, looks to be an alchemist shop by the name of the Spectacular Wing. And... And another one by the name of the Skies of Whispers. It's an enchanter's shop.
I would probably start at the alchemist shop.
Okay. Maybe. work for me.
Did you say alchemist shop?
Yes.
Okay. I heard magic shop and enchanting shop.
Well, I was looking for a magic shop, and he said there was an alchemist shop and an enchanting shop.
Yeah, alchemy works.
Alchemy might be good for what we're looking for.
So, you go inside of it.
Yeah, I'll go into the alchemist shop.
Inside, you see a female human. She looks to be holding a tea glass of some sort, wearing long strands of jet and short white dresses, accompanied by and she has stockings and shoes that go with it. And she looks like she has a glove that has one very long arm, the other with a very short, varying lengths to it. And it looks she has like tea stains and other stains all over an apron that she has with black knotted hair, matted. She wears these crescent spectacles with a black rim to them.
I will just kind of walk up to her counter and just, you still open?
She kind of looks, guess. Depends on if you're paying anything.
Well, that is the hope. Do you deal much with acids?
Honey, I deal with everything.
Great. I'm looking for something really potent.
What are you looking, exactly for?
Something that'll eat through wood and metal, probably.
Wood and metal.
Yeah.
2 different compounds. I could sell you 2 separate compounds. I don't believe I have one that necessarily will get the job done.
My biggest concern is probably the metal. Anything that'll eat through it fairly quickly would be good.
Define quickly for me, my dear.
Rapid, like pretty rapidly. I need something strong and fast acting.
My quickest one to eat through an inch of metal take probably about 5 minutes.
That'd be a good start, probably. How much of that do you have?
I can probably give you 2 bottles worth.
Alright. What would that run me?
I would say, with the type you're looking for, about 10 gold a bottle.
Alright. I'll take both of them.
Oh, perfect. She kind of begins rummaging behind, and you see her pull out like a couple different bottles, among other things, and then this odd contraption, and you see her like pour it in, pour another one in, and then pour one more, and you watch them like go around these tubes and then kind of begin dripping in to a thing that's on fire, and then you watch it kind of, the steam begins to rise, and you watch as the steam goes up and it goes into this dark brownish sludgy liquid that begins to drip into one of them. And about 15 minutes later, she has them both done for you.
And what is something you've created that you particularly enjoy?
Oh, are we talking for kicks and giggles or serious?
Oh,
For kicks and giggles, I have this lovely one. She kind of pulls up, and it's bright pink. I call it Wow Juice. This juice right here smells so good, it makes everyone go wow. And she kind of uncorks it and holds it to your nose.
so I'm just kind of like waft it.
As you waft it in, it's a nostalgic smell. It makes you smell something that is very memorable and amazing to you.
I see why. Is the smell unique for everyone who smells it then?
It is, yes.
Interesting. Huh. Are
think the
those-
word-
Very popular among the ladies.
And then your serious one that you're pretty proud of?
My serious one. This one right here, she kind of pulls it out. This beautiful thing will let you climb anything like a spider. She kind of, her eyebrows start going up, like, huh?
I mean, I'm already a decent climber, but
And she kind of goes, this one right here, the red one, this one is pretty good.
what does that one do?
I didn't make this one. This one right here, it's a potion of resistance.
What kind of resistance?
Resistances.
You resist resisting things.
It's,
So it makes you weaker.
so a potion of
Do you,
resistance.
does it like,
No,
does
it
it,
just nullifies
like, is
other
it associated with
resistances.
specific damage type?
Give me 1 sec.
It's only half potent.
There we go.
Because red makes me big fire, and I'm already resistant to that, so. But I guess it could be useful for someone else.
Goodness, where is it now?
Hiding from you.
LMNOP. Is it in this one, or did I pull from something else? That is my question.
Let's see.
Okay, there it is. Potion of Resistance. When you drink this potion, you gain resistance to one type of damage for 1 hour. I would have you roll a d10, and it would choose which one.
Interesting. Alright. What would you consider selling that one for?
That one about 290 gold pieces.
The wild juice?
Ah, my WoW juice. That's 50 gold pieces. If you're looking to wow any of these guys in here,
Oh,
it would
hell
do
no.
it.
No, I'm good. I'm plenty fine. You know, should probably. Dating coworkers is never a good thing.
At this point, she kind of... I don't know about that. I married mine.
I mean, a little out of my budget probably right now for the other one, but if I happen to make any more coin, I might come back for it.
All right, perfect.
For right now, I'll just take the acid. Thank you.
How about things that blow up?
I mean, I have a couple things. I have one that you throw it on the ground and it will cause a little fiery explosion, though nothing major. Mostly for celebrations and whatnot.
I think for like this is just a hypothetical. What if someone like wanted to blow a hole in this wall and I just like gesture out to the edge of the town?
She kind of looks at you dumbstruck for a second, goes, I don't have anything like that.
Alright, okay, let's just that is a pretty hearty wall. What? What, cat? Alright, that's a pretty out there suggestion. How about the drawbridge?
Still nothing.
I mean, how strong is your strongest explosion then?
Like...
So subtle.
like a really bad day on the toilet explosion. Like, if you threw it in the mud, it would make mud go everywhere.
What happens if you threw it in a confined space?
Yeah,
It would make confined spaces go.
I mean, it would cause definitely a distraction. Maybe singe some things, though.
Is it loud?
It's very loud.
How much is that?
I can part with that. I have 2 here for 10 gold apiece.
Let's take 2 of those. That sounds like
Alright.
fun.
It's called blasting jelly.
Blasting jelly.
As soon as it hits the air, it will explode. So I would suggest not opening that and smelling it.
That That's some wow juice right there.
And at this point, you see a human male come in and he goes, "Don't do it. I lost my eyebrows because of that." And you see there are no eyebrows there.
He's done it. He's achieved Super Saiyan 3. He went further beyond.
You broke it.
You broke Cole.
That's just the best thing ever. Just an explosion and they become Super Saiyan 3.
It's like, I lost my eyebrows to those.
Goku took the long way. You just need some explosives and you're there.
Oh. Alright, I'll take 2 of those. That sounds like fun.
She goes, "Alright, perfect. That's 20 gold."
No.
Kind of hands them to you.
And then I open it and sniff it.
How does it taste?
Drinks it with Mentos and Diet Coke.
Oh my god. Put Mentos in there. What would happen? Just create a
It'd blow minty scents everywhere.
just create like a medieval nuke.
Goes, "Ah."
Explosion of freshness.
There we go.
Caprice.
It's just Febreze. Alright, so. What else you guys do?
That's all I was really looking for the alchemist. If there was time and I thought they would still be open, I'd maybe try to stop by the enchantress.
Yeah, it's just right next door. This one is called the Sky's Whispers.
So you got anything that could possibly blow a hole in the side of a giant building, just for
Yeah.
kicks?
While we're walking between the 2 buildings, I'm gonna turn to Tiva and be like, "Well, so much for being inconspicuous."
Well,
I can turn invisible at will, so.
yeah.
Invisible.
Yeah,
abilities,
and
I
when
mean,
tomorrow when the
inconspicuous.
bridge blows up, that lady will be like, "It was him."
I mean, by then, we'll be out.
Maybe in the sewers.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then we'll be
and we
coming
can-
back.
And we can
Again,
never
I can
go
turn
back there
invisible.
again.
I mean, yeah, she'll be like that crazy bird.
Yeah, but we're associated with him.
Oh crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I called him a coworker.
Yeah, you did.
And how many half tabaxis do you come across?
I think I've probably made a few in my day.
Shut up.
There we go.
Jesus Christ.
So you make your way in to the Sky's Whispers. In there you see a female human.
Does she look like the other female human?
No, this one's... She's wearing a dark clothing and actually a heavy breastplate. Her face is very much obscured as she's wearing a interesting, like, hat, cloak-like thing. She is bristling with weapons. You see clubs, a bastard sword on her back. You can see some chestnut hair that is matted and messy, very big, and all you can see are these gray eyes. She kind of looks at you. What can I do for you?
Shop looks pretty interesting. I thought I'd see if you had anything that might be useful for any of me and my friends. No. I mean, my favorite question to ask. Favorite thing you've ever made or favorite thing you own that you're selling?
I have a couple interesting objects as of late. I currently have a lovely haversack right here. It is Heward's handy haversack.
I was just gonna say, is it very handy?
It is very handy. As well as I have this lovely globe here, and she kind of tosses it up and lights up and just kind of floats around her.
I can see the dark. You're half elf, you can see the dark. I think you is a half elf.
Yeah.
Through magic, I can see in the dark.
Do you have like the eldritch whatever?
Yeah.
Alright, so.
I have a
Also, ninja thing and giant floating ball.
I have a couple things of enchanted armor here, as well as a couple of other items if you're willing to pay a lot.
Anything that would increase hardiness that isn't necessarily armor?
That would be something you'd have to commission with me.
How long does it take to create something like that?
It depends on all what you want.
Well,
I'll tie the blasting jelly to an arrow.
I am occasionally
Or just throw
in
it.
our travels.
tailbone.
We run into some trouble, and I could use a little more hardiness, a little more protection.
Guard in one of the guard towers.
Just thinking something, a ring or a piece of jewelry, something simple I can wear that might have more of a magical protective effect than maybe armor.
That would, it would take me at least a week. And that's being generous. I know how to do my work and I do it well. I won't rush anything without knowing.
In the general price point or something like that?
That would be upwards, probably 800, 900 gold pieces, if not more, depending on what specifications there are.
Alright. Thank you very much. That would be something I definitely have to think of. Higher
Thank you.
price point.
Do you have anything that I can use to punch through a wall?
Go punch!
No,
Dang.
sorry.
I can't think of any magic items I don't need.
Do you sell scrolls? Spell scrolls at all?
I do not actually. They are banned currently in the city to sell magic.
Well,
I'm
that's
not.
good to know.
I'm being very careful about what I can and can't sell.
Is
That is more, if you go to the inner district, there's a, more of a school of magic of sorts, and that's where all that is taken care of.
Alright. So is magic in general not welcome here?
No, not per se, though it is a guarded secret. It's not for the masses.
Alright. It is good to know, thank you. Alright, well, that pretty much is all my questions. Unless any of you had anything you're looking for?
Not in particular.
I can't think of anything.
I do have one more item. I have this, if you ever, are in a pickle of sorts, I have this dust here. Kind of shakes it a little bit. And, it's called Dust of Disappearance.
Does it make you visible? Or
So there's enough you can use it once. You can use it and it allows you to get away. And those around you begin sneezing and coughing to the point they can't. They begin to suffocate. So it's dust of sneezing and coughing. That was 461 gold pieces.
that's like all my money. So, yeah, that's a little on the high end of my budget. Maybe after we earn some coin, I can come back and take a look. But
Well, that would be greatly appreciated in these times.
all right, well, thank you very much. I hope I'll be able to come back and actually be able to afford your wares. But at the moment,
Sorry
not so
they
much.
are so expensive, but I'm the only one in this town that really enchants items.
Understand.
There aren't a lot of us anymore.
I do hope you have a great rest of your night. I'm gonna do the awkward bow and walk away.
Bye!
Great. So if I want to learn new spells here, I have to basically go to school.
But Mom, I'm going to school. God, we're not like in a shipping area.
There is a shipping area about an hour away. Another town there where all the shipping goes through.
a cannon, wheel it up.
That's what I was gonna ask earlier. So you said that the city is in like multiple sections. There's like the inner district and everything. Is there a wall separating?
There is not.
Dang it. Wanted to commandeer a cannon and turn it. Anyway.
There are actually no cannons on these walls that you do see.
Cowards.
The cannons are more used on the sea, though they aren't that well known. They're just starting to make their way kind of around the world. Even though Uxenix did initially, the black powder cannon was created here. Black powder was. Not the cannon, just black powder was created here, mostly for fireworks. The cannon wasn't actually made until it made its way over to Cairn.
Okay. I have nothing else. My brain is out of things.
I know. Like,
So yeah, I assume you guys go
Just
and
next day, I guess.
do you guys make your way to an inn, or what are you doing?
I mean, I was gonna head back probably to the bathhouse.
Yeah, so you guys make your way back and make your way up into some rooms there and sleep the night away. And with that, we're actually going to end it for tonight. Hey guys, so thank you for watching. It's been a very long time since we've been back. So it's been a couple months with all the COVID restrictions. Expect us every other week right now, as of now. And we love you guys. Thanks for watching, and we will see all of you next time we play.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later.
Woo!